Valid and reliable data provides facts and patterns, but establishing causality requires a design. Designs are based on the problems studied. Some problems are more difficult to study than others. The difficulty is the degree to which a researcher can directly control the factors they think are doing the causing, and the factors they think are responding to the cause. As a general rule, and this is very important, the greater the distance between researcher control of causes and effects, the less confidence we can put in the results. This is particularly true of macro topics, whether developing a design for economies, climate models, or any research topic outside a lab. Consider the following standard designs and recall what separates designs is your ability to account for possible outside and confounding causes. Let's first talk about observational studies. These studies are where the researcher has the least control of treatment variables, selecting isolating factors, called controls, and factors to compare treatment and non-treatment. In effect, the researcher watches what happens. It is by far the weakest way to design a study. Then why are observational studies used? Observational designs are used because of data limitations and the difficulty of having direct control over the phenomena under study. Observational studies are quite common, but everyone knows the results are by no means decisive. It takes an accumulation of observational studies under various circumstances that can bring about greater confidence in the results. Let's take an example of an observational design in practice. We're going to do something called an agency study. Here, a government agency makes a reform designed to increase productivity. It tracks productivity measures and finds the increases in productivity have occurred after the reform. Conclusion: the reform was a success. But first, consider the specific elements of the observational design. You possess measures of the variable you are interested in. You possess measures of the variables of treatment you think are the cause, and you can observe their changes. You measure the response to the variables you are interested in to the causes. If change occurs, you can ascribe changes to the causes. Let's look at the flaws of an observational design. First, there's no control group. You need a group that was not exposed to the reform. Without a control group, alternative explanations cannot be ruled out. One is that the study itself and not the reform focused workers' attention on the metrics at issue, and they became more conscientious and productive because of the study and not the reform. Improvement would come with a group, even agency, that uses the same measures, at the same time, of course, but it is not exposed to the reform, and then you can eliminate some alternative explanations like the study effect.